Hey, I'm Kay, just a girl making ridiculously crazy builds in The Sims. Come check them out. Yes, of course, Ariel and King Triton. Like, who else was it going to be, right? So I have risen King Triton's palace from the ocean. This is what it looks like in my own interpretation, kind of following a bit of the design of the actual palace, which is impossible to build in The Sims because, like, have you seen it? You can't build that. So this is just kind of my interpretation of it, and we're going to do a walkthrough of it. So we're going to go through the entire walkthrough and then check out a video walkthrough so you can really see how I've designed each area. So starting with the roof plan, you can just see all the roof details here that were incorporated, including glass roof systems and a very large terrace, patio, gathering space. I don't know, whatever you want to call that, you can call it. Okay. So we are starting with Ariel's room because that's what's at the top here. So the very top level, Ariel has a little sitting room up here that you can access from a ladder. There's a meditation pillow, and just all around it is just flat roof up here, just to give it like a tower sort of feel. Off to the other side on this level is a gem room. Sorry, I was trying to give you a better look at it, but all palaces have gem rooms, so I've put that in here as well. And then we're going to jump down through the ladder, take the ladder down here to Ariel's main room. So in behind here, she has a shower, sink, and tub, and lots of greenery going on that you'll see everywhere because, of course, it's from the bottom of the ocean. It's seaweed everywhere. So there's a door there, and then the main entry from below, another ladder there. Lots of ladders in this build. Coming across to this room here, there's just, you go across the seaweed there into this little anteroom into the office space. So there's a little office room for everyone to use if they want. And then a little doorway coming out to Ariel's favorite little sitting spot here as well. And then also on this level, you can go right across out here and into her sister's room. So all of her sisters are in the same tower. There are 3 beds on this level and also a ladder system to take you down to the next level. Now we will jump down to the next level, and this is the sister's dressing room. 2 toilets, 2 showers, a fake makeup table area in the middle, and 2 sinks for whatever over there. And then down a ladder there, or you can come over the middle. This ladder here was what went to Ariel's room. Coming down through these doors is actually King Triton's room. So he has a tiny closet because, of course, he wears like no clothes. And his bed is pushed into a rock system there, which works still. He has a tub and then a toilet and sink back behind this wall here. Now just coming out of Triton's room here, you can see there's a little space here to get around. I just put plants over there because you can't really access those spots. Regardless, the stairs are still usable, and you can walk through an entry here to the large patio area, terrace area out here, which you can access a little sitting room in the middle here, just like a meditation space, I guess. I didn't really know what to do with that space, so that's what I did. Over here was a sitting area, which is usable, and then the kitchen is just off of there. So large space that you can use for like weddings or gatherings, lots of table space. You could put a bar up there, whatever you want to do. So coming over here actually goes into the throne room. So this level is where all of the guests would sit. And then down here is Triton's throne and also more seating down there, which we will see after. So it has another separate entrance out here for all of the commoners who you don't want walking through the palace. They can come up through that entrance there and just sit above. Now we're just jumping back up to this area so we can take a look at the kitchen here. So in the kitchen, there is a ladder system that goes down to the next level. And then this kitchen was a little tricky to do because it's on all of the curves. So I sort of broke it up into 3 sections with the fridge off to the side here, the oven on that side, and the sink over on that side. So everything still fits. Nothing had to be nothing I had to try and curve, so it all worked out great. The lighting over the island is technically touching the island, but I'm cool with it, so it's fine. There's a breakfast nook off to the side, and then we're just going to jump down to the next level here, and that brings us to the living room space. Of course, there's a fireplace, because what's a fire and what's the word burn? She needs to know that. There is a dining room off to the back there, like the main larger dining room. I know it's kind of in a weird spot to the kitchen, but I mean, it's going to be catered. They're going to get the food there somehow. Let's not think of logistics here and how they're actually going to get food from upstairs into that dining room through a ladder. Let's not think about that. I mean, they'll figure it out. It's a magical kingdom, so it's fine. All is fine. Now we are going to swing over here. This is the main staircase area. So coming up the grand staircase on either side, goes up to King Triton's room and then up to Ariel's again. Back through here is the entrance for the merfolk. Also where Ariel can jump off and do cannonballs into the ocean. Pretty fun. Over here is access to the other tower, where you can come swing around into like a dressing room here, going up the ladder to the washroom again, and then the other 3 beds are down here with a bunk bed system and a single bed for the other daughters who are like never around. So I didn't actually build them. You can build them yourself if you would like. We have moved on into the main entry area of the palace with a giant fish tank. I know they don't really want to keep fish in there, but they do. There is a treasure room, because of course Ariel has all of her treasure in here. So just random stuff all over the walls in there. A powder room right off the front here. And then coming around here is sort of like the main ante-room area. When you first come in, there's a display over here and a coat room over there. And then of course the walkway from outside is through here. And then you can also enter into the main level of the throne room. Now this is where King Triton would come and tell people what to do. There are 3 stools here and 3 on this side for the 6 daughters who are never around. And then of course Ariel up front, because we all know that's his favorite daughter. His throne is up top, where there's this nice water feature and all this greenery and fanciness. And then up through here we have benches. Now these 4 here are usable, as well as these 2 I believe are still usable. The 2 that are shoved into the rocks obviously are not there for looks, but the majority of them are, so everything is fine. Now I'll actually take you through a video tour of the palace, and I'll just put on some music so you can enjoy. Now we're just going to take a look at Ariel and King Triton using the palace, just so you know that things work, as it will be available on the gallery under my ID, which you can find in the info section on this video. So from here, we are going to start with Ariel's bedroom. So the ladder in her bedroom looks like it's really close to the dresser, but it is far enough away that she can access it. There's enough space around the bed for her to be able to get up there. And just mosey on up there, Ariel. We're going to pan out here and then pan up into the next room. So you can see she can go up there. She can use the meditation pillow that is in there. The other ones, of course, are just decorative, but she can sit in there and meditate all day long if she wants. And then she's going to mosey on down, take an hour to do that. You know, spiral staircases would have been awesome. I don't know why they haven't done that yet. Anyway, jumping out here just to show she can walk right across that greenery into that other area, and she can come right around and sit on her favorite little bench there and watch out over the ocean. So now we're going to wait for Ariel to come around here and use that little room with the rounded couch, just to show you that she can get in there, she can sit down, and she can have a little party in there if she wants. So that's all usable. Now we will wait for her to come here, show you that she can jump off of here, do a cannonball. However, mermaids cannot climb the ladders on docks. I didn't know that. I just assumed because they're a sim they could do that. But no, mermaids cannot figure that out, apparently. And of course, because they're mermaids, I have incorporated rock beds into their rooms. So just showing here that King Triton can get into his rock bed, he can relax, sleep, he can go on either side of it, whatever he pleases. And the greenery doesn't bother him because it's seaweed and he's the king of the sea. So all's good.